Say hello to my niece. She was born this year in March, and when she was born, I bought a new lens, a 50mm f1.4, and I started doing portraits, started doing people photography. And in this episode, I would like to show you on how I post-process those kind of pictures. Look at her. I mean, she's really, really beautiful. Every picture of her is like nice. Sometimes, you know, see here her toys and, you know, the way she looks, she smiles. Today I would like to post-process this one here. As you can see, the lens, as I just mentioned, is the 50mm focal length, fixed, and the f-stop is minimum 1.4. So if you open up your f-stop, so the lower this number is, the less depth of field you have. Like, see how unsharp the background is? Even here, I focused on her eye, and the second eye is already becoming not in focus. So the lower this number is, the more depth of field you have. And this pretty much goes along with portrait photography, with people photography. Alright, so camera settings, not bracketing this time, single shots. Up here, as you can see, I was at ISO 100, 50mm, f1.4, and a 60th of a second. So that's the minimum you can actually hold still without a tripod. But anyway, if you do kids photography, people move. So you shouldn't anyway go below 1/60th of a second, because you know, people start getting blurry below this. All right, now I'm here in Lightroom, and I would like to start adjusting the way I usually do that. So I first start with the white balance here. Currently it's as shot. You can play with the preset definitions here and see if you can find something you like. For me, I would like to go manual, and I would like to go into the blue here because her eyes are pretty darn blue. I'd like to get it over here and bring it actually pretty deep in the blue. Something like that. And I'm going to add a little bit of tint. Yeah, something like this. Now it's becoming a little bit too dark, so I'm going to increase the exposure by about 1. Yeah, something like that. Gonna go to the contrast. I usually always increase contrast at every photograph I take. Here, let me see what looks good. Yeah, something like that. Cool. Now I am in the highlights, shadows, whites, and black section. And what I usually do, I decrease the highlights and increase the shadows until I think it looks okay. Just try here a little bit. Kind of okay with this. Now I'm going to bring down the whites. That's too overexposed. See what happens if I bring it up? It's too overexposed. Oh, I'm already at the minimum. And I'm going to increase the blacks. Yeah, something like that works pretty good. Now clarity, I wouldn't want to go this direction with clarity. See what it does? It's just too harsh, I think. And even the background, you know, you don't want the background over at 100 clarity. So I would rather go the opposite way. It smooths the background. See how it smooths the background? Again, if you go -100, it smooths her face as well. This is not what we want, so we're going to decrease just a little bit, like -12. Seems to be okay for me. Now we're going to add a little bit of vibrance, and we're going to desaturate everything. Not too much. Still like her blue eyes. I'm looking at her blue eyes. I still can do the blue here and here later. I kind of like that. see. Now I think I should start working with this region and decrease the darks, but not too much. Maybe I'm gonna go back up here and increase the exposure. Here we go. Nice. I'm gonna decrease it a little bit. Nice, nice. Cool. Cool. At least I think it's cool. Yeah, leave that as it is. Now we're gonna crop the whole 9 yards, because those are the fingers of my mother in the picture, so I want them away. I'm gonna push the R button and I'm gonna crop them out. Now see here, I have the golden ratio, and what I want to try to do is I'm gonna get this one right into her eye. I'm gonna double click on this, and now let's go down here and add, well, we can enable profile correction. It's a little better. See, I shot this with my Nikon.D750, and the lens is a 50mm fixed focal lens. It's a little bright, so I'm gonna correct that later. I'm gonna add a little bit of vignetting to have the eyes focused right here. And I'm gonna change that a bit. Get back here, and maybe get the oops, not too much. Get the exposure back up just a little bit. Maybe I'm gonna do the same here with the darks. Get them back to -42. I think that looks okay. Now, in portrait photography, what I kind of like is the eyes here. So we can make the eyes a little bit more glowing by clicking to the adjustment brush here and just brush over the eyes, both of them. Of course, that doesn't look good. It's at +4, so I can see where I brushed over. I'm gonna double click in it and get it up a little bit. Maybe add a little bit of contrast, only a little bit. Here we go. Nice. Kind of like that. I don't like it down here, so again, go to the cropping tool, bring that over, bring this back, and you have the eye perfectly set in the middle. Here we go. Now that's how I'm gonna send this to the parents of this young little female. Right, thanks for watching, and see you again.